We are all human. We all experience joy and sadness. We all experience moments of great accomplishment. We all experience injustice, though for some, that thread of injustice may run through the entire fabric of our lives. We are all the same inside, and yet we are all unique and individual on the outside.
It's only in the last couple of years that there's an uprise in the complaints in our system. And not only that, with my circle of friends who are ethnic minority, and they've also sensed that little bit of timidness and a little bit of fear, wondering what's on somebody else's mind and what they think about who you are.
I had never really even been called the N-word until I moved to West Virginia, even though I had been other places and for years. It wasn't like I didn't know about the word and had never heard it, which I had, but to actually be called it, by your people you went to school with, it kind of framed everything for me.
In my early teen years is when 9/11 occurred, and we noticed a sudden dramatic change in opinions and just the outward emotion being displayed by people. And so it was hard. It was a challenging time, especially with all the other changes you go through as a teen. You find yourself being extra cautious of your actions and your conduct. You do tend to get used to being the elephant in the room.
After being 14 years in a country where everybody looked like me, and coming here and understanding that there's something different about you. I think the first thing that I noticed was that I was made fun of because I couldn't speak English right.
I'm, I don't know, 4th generation American, and yet just because my skin's a little bit darker and because I'm Hispanic, people assume that I was born and raised in Mexico, maybe.
So in terms of trying to combat that kind of implicit racism, where the underlying notion that the people have is that this is right, this is good, I'm a good person, I'm not doing anything wrong.
This issue of racism, to me, it's not about me anymore, because at my age, I think I've already experienced a lot of injustices, but it's about my friends, about my granddaughter.
In the South, the racism was not implicit, it was, demonstrative. I mean, it was in your face, and people made no apologies for it. In fact, if you weren't a racist, you were kind of not in the mainstream. And I move up to the north, and everything's more subtle. Nobody calls you a bad name in front of your face. They whisper it when you leave.
So, when it comes to having a champion for race, equality, and social justice, like the YWCA and the types of work that they're trying to do, it really matters that they're having that kind of conversation internally and then externally within their community.
We have many separate stories, and together we have one future. We are all human.